Hi there, I'm Marty Levinson. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine show with the greatest cameraman in the business today, Sonny Hersh, and your host, Avi Meyers.
Thank you, Marty. Avi Meyers here, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine, a presentation of Sonny Hersh and myself. Dial us up on the World Wide Web at www.ntnm.org, where at this point 44,000 shows have been watched. Well over 25,000 shows have been watched this year. And the last month, close to 5,000 shows were watched. So you guys are just picking up on it all the time, and thank you so much. Join us in our support of community policing. Sonny Hersh is the chairman of the 24th District Advisory Committee. Go to caps24.org to see all the community policing meetings in Rogers Park, West Rogers Park, and part of Edgewater. Call 311 to find your CAPS meeting citywide. Early voting has already started, so it is okay. Hopefully you guys have registered. You still, for a short time, you could actually go to the Board of Election Commissioners and City Hall and all that, and actually vote right on the spot. But hopefully you registered and you'll wind up voting. And one, of course, the choices that you can vote for is my next guest, who is somebody who has been lauded repeatedly by all the different newspapers and commentators, has been previously endorsed in Jewish Chicago, of course. We're talking about the Cook County Clerk, Dorthy Brown. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, thank you. It's a pleasure to see you.
Pleasure to be here.
Okay. So this has got to be tough to be a Democrat this year in Illinois.
Right, real tough. But we're really enjoying it. We're excited about Barack Obama and the prospects of him being the President of the United States, and we look forward to that on November 4th.
Yeah, well, as we interview, he's ahead in the polls, and
yes.
It's going to be I can't understand how the Democrats can't win this year, to be honest.
I can't either. We have to. I mean, the way the economy has tanked, and George Bush is being specifically blamed for it, in which he well deserved that credit.
Yeah, he's doing more for the Democratic Party than any other individual.
Absolutely. He's done that for the last 8 years.
Yeah, he has.
Thanks, George.
But you still have to campaign. I mean,
we do.
even though, like, you should be pretty. I can't imagine too many Democrats. I can't imagine any Democrats losing in Cook County. But
but we don't take anything for granted, and I'm very proud of the record that we have put forth. You talked about the awards that we've received, and so I'm very, very proud of the things that we've done in the office and that we have planned going forward. During this last term, we automated the county division, which was really something that it was the last remaining old non-automated division in the county. We were literally using these large gray books to enter docket entries.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it was the last one. But I held off on it. Of course, I inherited from the prior administration, but I held off on putting in because I wanted to make sure that we were putting the most up-to-date software in that division. And so, we have the integrated cashiering system that also went in during the beginning of this last term, a $5 million system, integrated cashiering and security system, and we also wanted the new system in the county division to integrate with that. We were able to do that, but we also wanted to make sure that we had the most up-to-date case management system, which that system actually allows us to put an image document of what was filed on the electronic docket.
Wow.
So you can do the same way you do with these checks. Banks don't send you the checks anymore. You can go online and click on the check number and see the actual document. So even though these systems, you can't type everything in, most of the time you can only put motion denied, motion granted. Well, now you'll be able to click on the document, a line item, and see that document. You can see what the judge actually said.
That's really cool.
Oh, absolutely. And so the Illinois Supreme Court has not permitted us to put it out on the internet yet, so you can't see it at home. You must come to the public access terminals at our offices and see those documents.
But they're available there.
They are available in the county division. We piloted it there. Yeah. And our plan is, and I was just able to get the county board to approve a $6 million system, which is an imaging and document management system, which will permit that same kind of service to be presented in all of our civil case type divisions. And we are starting to, I will be looking at a proof of concept from the vendor this month, well, actually beginning of next month, and then we will probably kick that off maybe November or December, and that's going to be a 2-year project, I'm sure.
Now, the images, can you see them not just downtown, but can you go like to the other courthouses, like in Skokie or Maywood or Rolling Meadows?
As long as you're in a courthouse, you will be able to see them.
Cool.
You just cannot see them at your law firm or at home,
right?
Via the internet. And maybe at one point the Illinois Supreme Court will actually grant us that approval. They're concerned about identity theft. You have cases such as divorces. They have you have Social Security information in there. You have credit card information. You have birth dates in there. So to the extent that we can get the bar to redact out that information to the last 4 digits, then maybe the Supreme Court would agree that we could put it out on the internet, or maybe we can get them to file a separate document with all the private information, and that will not go on the internet. But Supreme Court is looking at it, and hopefully they'll come to some kind of conclusion in the near future.
Yeah, we had Gene Moore on last week, and he was talking about the danger of putting Social Security numbers on documents that become public. Yeah, public
Absolutely.
stuff.
And Gene Moore, great guy. I'm enjoying running with him. We go around to churches. We actually held a mortgage foreclosure education summit with his office, very successful, at the new Kennedy King College. And so I just want to thank Gene and remind people, if you have a surplus coming back because unfortunately you were foreclosed on, you can come to my office and apply for that surplus. You don't need an attorney to do that.
That's good, and because people in that condition probably can't afford much of an attorney.
Absolutely, and people they will send them letters in the mail and say, you have $100,000 due you, and if you call me and give me 50%, I can help you get it. And that's how they do that. And but you don't have to give anybody any percent. You can people are already in bad shape. Yeah. And to lose part of the money that the equity, the sweat equity, I call it, that they've earned is really horrendous.
Yeah, it really is. Now, there's still we got to talk some politics, even though you're clearly a favorite in the race and all that. I know a lot of what you've been working on, and Sonny and I have done stuff with you along those lines, is the trying to get everybody integrated together, the different law enforcement and court agencies and courts and all that. One of the charges that your opponent makes is that not all these things are hooked up yet properly.
Well, it's interesting that my opponent would say that. I chair the Cook County Integrated Criminal Justice Committee and also chair the Illinois, I'm the vice chair of the Illinois Integrated Implementation Committee for Integration, and it takes time. You have to not have an understanding to make those kinds of statements. First of all, we are integrated with the Chicago Police Department. I just sat down with a group of judges from First Municipal. We will have an electronic warrant that will go directly to the police department. That's integration. So people don't always understand what integration is. And so we have various aspects. So we're integrated with, we're going to have the electronic warrant right out of the courtroom to the Chicago Police. They will then be able to let us know when they served it. We'll be able to put that in our system. We'll be able to let them know when the judge quashes and recall it so that they're not arresting people inappropriately. Then I have an integrated cash sharing system that integrates with the courtroom and also integrate with my accounting system.
Nice.
See, and so when they take the fee at the cash register, they can look and see what the judge what did the judge order, so they can make sure that they're collecting the proper amount, and then it's posted to the accounting system right away. So there are various integrations that going on. Also, we're about to roll out an electronic ticket, where the police officers will enter in the information we're piloting out in Rolling Meadows. Rolling Meadows Police Department already does this. They enter the information, and while they're in the police car, the traffic ticket, and it is integrated with their police department and then integrated into our traffic system. Chicago Police is also piloting this system. And what I'm doing, I've asked them to do, is create it where when I receive the information, I don't just receive the information to populate my electronic docket, but I receive a copy of the ticket so that I can, if I so choose, and judges agree, can forward that information to the courtroom so the judge can actually hear the ticket, from an electronic image.
Cool. Now you got about 1 minute to plug your campaign stuff.
Well, it's so important. I actually wanted to say we just had a meeting this morning on electronic filing.
Cool.
And we will be going forward with that during our next term. There's so many things that we have that we need to do. We have the kind of experience, of course, as an attorney, CPA, and an MBA. We have the kind of background and experience, and certainly my record speaks for itself. The things that I've done in the office of the Clerk of the Circuit Court is unparalleled. I was just meeting with some gentlemen this morning that said the Cook County Clerk of the Circuit Court is just unlike any other HP magazine we've been written up in. So we need your support. We need your vote. Please don't forget to vote for Dorthy Brown. Re-elect me to Clerk of the Circuit Court of Cook County.
I want to wish you a lot of luck. Is there a website you want to give real quick? Or
website, www.friendsofdorthybrown.org. You can go in and you can donate to my campaign. You can volunteer, and we really appreciate you, Arvie, for having me on the show.
My pleasure. Thank you so much, and thanks, Sonny, and good luck in the election.
Thank you.
Okay.